set for 30 laps. A lot of guys here tonight using this as a solid test session. As next week, it'll be championship night. 30 laps tonight, 50 to decide a champion next week. Starting grid for the Baer Speedway NAPA late models is going to look like this. On the pole in car number 5 is Justin King. To his outside, the 46 of Chad Richardson. Row 2, Josh Timmerman from Fortville, Indiana. On the outside is Al Cook Jr. Row 3, the 38 of Casey Spillers. And on the outside, Hall of Famer Scott Stovall. Row 4, Derek Hoffman got that car fixed after an altercation in a heat race. And at his outside, the 3 is Oliver Fitzwater. Dean Cook, Tommy Cook, Steve Minnick Jr., Jeremy Wallen, John Gatton Jr., Neil Richardson, Tim Howard, Alex Vonderow, Sean Wall, Brian Gumbert, Nathan Goodman. A solid field of cars set to do battle. Field building speed down the backstretch. They'll pick it up in corners number 3 and 4. We're racing for 30 laps. And we're going to have some stuff get torn up here on the start. Couple cars going around. The 46 car of Terry, make that Chad Richardson get spun around. Yellow flag going to come out. Saw some pretty heavy damage to the number 7 car of Al Cook Jr. And just like we had in the modified race with all kinds of trouble, we got it on the start here of the late models feature. Through corners 3 and 4, green flag in the air. Here we go again for 30 laps. Still side by side as the field works down the back straightaway. Richardson in 46 with a little bit of an advantage pulling ahead of the 5 car. Chad Richardson is the year leader at lap 1. Scott Stovall going to be on the outside. Caution going to come out. Derek Hoffman gets spun around on the front stretch. Yellow flag out. Building speed through corners number 3 and 4. Here we go again. King with the advantage down the backstretch. Chad Richardson trying to nose his way in ever so slightly. Battles back for 3rd. Josh Timmerman and Scott Stovall. Stovall into 3rd. Timmerman back to 4th. Timmerman trying to fend off the 3 car of Fitzwater. Casey Spillers trying to work that high line around Jeremy Wallen. Wallen in the 44. Battle for about the 6th position is between the 44 Wallen and the 38 of Spillers. Spillers had a strong effort last week at Winchester Speedway with the Sullivan RV CRA Late Model Sportsman Tour. Trying to pick his way through traffic here tonight. Jeremy Wallen to the inside of Josh Timmerman. Wallen into the top 5. Now Spillers is trying to make a move on the Portland, Indiana driver Josh Timmerman. Yellow flag going to come out. Problems for the 17 car of Brian Gumbert. That's going to draw the caution flag here, still in the early stages. Under a full moon tonight, it's been a weird one in every class we've seen so far. 5 laps complete, 25 to go. Justin King, Chad Richardson, Scott Stovall, Oliver Fitzwater, Josh Timmerman, the top 5. Tommy Cook to the outside of Casey Spillers for 6th. Dean Cook back in 8th, trying to fend off Steve Minnick Jr. Minnick takes a look to the high side. Tommy Cook still trying to power around Casey Spillers. Tommy Cook in the 8C trying to get around Spillers. Spillers gets into the back of Timmerman ever so slightly. Timmerman keeps it straight though. Minnick in the 72, the Pro Bowl West machine, trying to get around Dean Cook. 2x2 from about 6th on back. Yellow flag going to come out. Problems again for Brian Gumbert in the 17 machine as he spins it around down to corner number 4. Yellow flag out again. Back to green flag racing at Barefield Speedway with the NAPA late models. Side by side with a couple of Cooks down the backstretch. That's for the 7th position. Dean in the 8, Tommy in the 8C in the high lane. Both trying to fend off Steve Minnick Jr. Steve Minnick Jr. to the inside of Tommy Cook. Last year's Speedway track champion in the late models, trying to work his way up here. Minnick around Tommy Cook. Scott Stovall to the inside of Chad Richardson for the runner-up spot. Richardson makes that high lane work. Stovall going to take a look back to the bottom. Casey Spillers side by side with Josh Timmerman behind them. Spillers gets a little crossed up. Timmerman drops back a little bit. Dean Cook going to take a look to the bottom of him. Meanwhile, Scott Stovall getting around the 46 of Chad Richardson. Oliver Fitzwater's there as well. Spillers rounds out the top 5. 09 of Josh Timmerman way high at the top of the racetrack. Hand out the window, Josh Timmerman, problems. He'll take that car to the pit area. Tough break for the Fortville, Indiana driver. Josh Timmerman getting ready to be racing in his own backyard here in a couple of weeks with this little raceway at Indianapolis. Fitzwater battling with Richardson. Fitzwater making that high lane work. Chad Richardson having to fight an entering race car. He's getting freight train on that high lane here as of late. Lap car of Brian Gumbert playing havoc with these race cars. Spillers gets around the lap car. Now Dean Cook and Steve Minnick Jr. will field predominantly single file. Spillers all over the back bumper of Chad Richardson. Front 2 cars about 7 car lengths ahead of Oliver Fitzwater. Justin King, the 5. Scott Stovall, the 53. Side by side, back for 4th, the 38 of Casey Spillers booking the bottom lane. Dean Cook's there as well. Both of them trying to get around the 46 of Richardson. Spillers a little bit loose, but he'll hold his ground. Now Dean Cook's going to get around Chad Richardson. And here comes Steve Minnick Jr. Steve Minnick Jr. trying to get his way around the 46 of Richardson. Casey Spillers trying to fend off Dean Cook. Front three cars have caught up to one another. Stovall took a look down the backstretch to the 5 of Justin King. Fitzwater's there as well. Stovall taking a look to the bottom. Stovall trying to find some kind of way around Justin King. Fitzwater hounding both race cars. Fitzwater taking a look to the outside lane. Is it enough to try to get around both these cars? Stovall slams the door. Fitzwater has to drop back a little bit, but he has a solid run going into the third corner. To the high lane, hard goes the 3 of Oliver Fitzwater. Doing everything he can to try to get around the 53 of Scott Stovall. Justin King and Scott Stovall gap the field a little bit, but now here comes Fitzwater back right to him. Back for 4th, Casey Spillers. Dean Cook 5th. 6th is Steve Minnick Jr. 7th is Tommy Cook. 8th, Chad Richardson. 9th, Derek Hoffman. 10th is Johnny Gatton driving the Barkus car. Fitzwater a little bit loose again. Stovall trying to get around Justin King. King, Stovall, doing everything they can. Front three cars battling really well, and that's definitely helping the 38 of Spillers close in on him. Dean Cook still 5th. Steve Minnick Jr. sitting at 6th, just trying to ride. Stovall, another look to the bottom of Justin King. 2 to go this time by. King, Stovall, and Fitzwater going to be your finishing order. Probably. Got a little bit ahead of myself. White flag in the air. Fitzwater to the outside. Stovall trying to make one last look. It was your order across the line. Is it going to hold pat? Fitzwater to the top shelf. He gets a little bit crossed up again. Coming to the line for the finish. King, Stovall, Fitzwater, Spillers, Cook, Minnick, Cook, Hoffman, and Richardson. Then it's going to be Howard in the 51. 50 going to be Gatton. Then Neil Richardson, Sean Wall, Alex Fondero, and Brian Gumbert, your finishing order. As congratulations goes out to car number 5, Justin King, taking the win in tonight's Baerfield Speedway NAPA Late Models feature event.